Are you asking about turning your book into a screenplay?
Right.
Hello, and welcome to the Storyteller's Mission with Zena, a podcast for artists and storytellers about changing the world for the better through story.
Okay, so have you ever had any formal training for screenwriting? No. Focus on writing a novel. That's it. Just write a good novel and then get it published. Here's the truth, Jasmine. Hollywood loves to adapt novels into screenplays. That's one of the primary places they look for story. So if you just write a really good novel that gets a bunch of attention and starts winning awards and becomes a bestseller, you can bet Hollywood's going to come knocking. Unless you already have the skill, don't do it. Just write the novel. Just keep writing your novels. That's my advice. It takes years to master the craft of screenwriting. Years. I mean, I've been a screenwriter now. I trained in 2000. So 25 years. I've still never had a feature film made, to give you an idea. So I've been screenwriting for 25 years and I still don't have a feature film made. And I'm a great writer. I mean, I can tell you, I've won awards, I've won money, I've won all sorts of things for my screenwriting. I'm a very good screenwriter, and I've still never gotten a film made. So don't write a killer novel that Hollywood wants to adapt, and then they'll pay. Otherwise, unless you have the skill yourself, you have to pay somebody to do that. Or you have to learn, and it takes years to learn it. So, and you don't want to pay out of pocket because that's no guarantee that Hollywood's going to make it either. Because generally speaking, if they like your novel, they're going to want to hire a screenwriter to adapt it.
That kind of in my mind, I thought I had to do that if I was interested in that route. But now you clarified that. That's great.
No. And I would say, once you get a really good novel, if you start winning awards, if you want to reach out to production companies and be like, hey, my novel has won a lot of awards and I think it'd be a great movie, you can pitch your novel and see if anybody's interested, but I would not even do a screenplay. Now, an exception would be like Beth and Gary. They've trained as screenwriters. They're adapting their own novel into a screenplay, but they already had some training. So they're not having to learn from scratch. But mostly I would say just don't. Unless you're young. Now, if you were in your 20s, I would probably be telling you different.
Right now, I don't have the leisurely time walk right here.
Yeah, most of us don't. But I mean, young people, I think it's a really smart thing for them to learn how to write screenplays. But we're not young. I wouldn't learn it today if I hadn't already known it.
May I make a comment on screenwriting?
Sure.
In the House of All Stashed Houses, I found a screenplay for Seabiscuit. And so I read it as I was traveling back and forth and on the plane and such. And to see the difference of what it looks like on a page was so eye-opening. I mean, I don't in any way consider myself even wanting to do a screenplay, but it was just so admirable. All the stuff that they left out that you can't put on the page, and yet the movie visually filled that in so amazingly.
Yeah. It's a whole new format.
It was a whole new world to see it on paper.
Yep. That's neat. I'm glad you did that. Good for you. Most people don't read screenplays because they're not meant to be read. They're meant for the production process. But a well-written screenplay is every bit as riveting as a well-written novel, but it's totally a different format. And that's
somebody published it in a book and it was on the bookshelf. So
that's interesting. Yeah. All right, you guys.
Thank you for listening to the Storyteller's Mission with Zena. May you go forth inspired to change the world for the better through story.